Hello, let's play the Netflix puzzled Starstruck for July 4th. We'll do the easy then the hard. Easy's called It's Lit. Play this game in every row, every column, and every colored region. We're placing exactly one star. Also, stars can't touch, even diagonally. That wouldn't be allowed. So this is a gimme. It's a one cell region. You just put a star there. And that eliminates all of these. Why does it, right? Because these two are in the same row. This is in the same column, and this is touching. So none of those could be a star. And so there's only one left in brown. And now there's two left in orange. Get rid of the rest of the row and the two above and two below. Oh, this is a gimme. I didn't notice it. We'll do that now. There's a few things I'm seeing, but I want to see if there's something easy. Red is in this column, so that's out. Okay. I don't know if this is a whittle away thing or I'm just missing it. This row here is only green. So wherever we place the star, it's going to end up in green, meaning the rest of the green can't be in. Okay, that does quite a bit. Oh, yellow is just down to these two, so those are out. That gives us blue and red and orange. That's what is missing, yellow and green. All right. Just didn't see it, I guess. Let's go back to the hard and do the hard. Tea party. Is there a T? There's a couple. There's some T's. All right. What do we got? Bottom row's only purple, so the rest of purple's out. And these three rows are only. So let me highlight that for you so you can see what I'm talking about. These three rows, we need three colors, right? There's three stars, one, so we need a different color for each. There's only three colors available. There's this orange, there's this blue, and there's this gray. And so they're going to end up in orange, blue, and gray between these lines, meaning above those lines, we can't put another star into blue and gray. All right. This formation here actually removes from this one because in fact, all the T's are going to do that. They share a row or column and then touch the two ends of the T. So we can get rid of that there. This doesn't do it because this T is too long. So this is a little L shape now. Is there anything vertical I can do? What about this S here? Well, these three, okay. So we've got the orange, yellow, and green lining up. This is slightly different than what we did last time, which is that I know that green is going to put a star in between these. I know that orange is, and I know that yellow is. So that's three guaranteed stars in those three regions, which means that that's our three stars for those three rows. So if you're not those colors, you're not going to be placing a star. So it would be a fourth star. Okay. And what else? What did that do for me? I don't know. Blue is only in this column, actually. So that's out, that's out, that's out, that's out. This is an L now, so that's out. This is a little L. What is it? Blue's in these three. I got rid of these. Oopsie. Didn't mean to do that. Yellow's this little T shape here. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, this is out because it touches all of orange. This is a little L now. Did that affect this column? Did it affect the row? I'm not seeing it. Okay. What else? This stalled to a halt. Gotta think about this. Where's like a juicy place to start exploring? I should really just look at every column again and every row just to make sure I'm not missing anything else. I'm not seeing it. Is there like maybe green and red could line up vertically, but I don't see anything to do with that. If we include orange in it, no, that doesn't help. Rows? We got those three. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with the rows. Okay. So let's look for somewhere to explore. These T's make me think we might have an X-wing, actually. Do we have an X-wing? Because we have these thin regions that... So let's explore this. So let's say we included this row here. Now we'd want to fully encompass gray and orange. So we would take these two columns as well. And then we'd finish yellow and green by taking this row. Okay. So yeah, we've got what they call an X-wing. I call it maybe a rectangle. So what are we doing here? Well, I've highlighted 2 rows and 2 columns. Now, that's a maximum of 4 stars, but it doesn't have to be 4 stars because I could put a star at an intersection, and that would be the star for both the row and the column. So this would be the star for row 1 and the column 4 here that I've marked. I'm calling them by the numbers I number them. So 1 and 4 would be the star for those. So it's possible to have as few as 2 because we got a star here and a star here. But at the same time, you'll notice that green's going to have a star, yellow, orange, and gray, and they are completely covered by the rows and columns that I've marked, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is no cell of those colors that isn't in those 2 rows or 2 columns. And so that means we're going to end up with 4 stars because there's going to be 1 in each of the colors because the colors have to have a star each. So putting 1 here would be no good because that would get rid of a star that we have to put into one of these other colors. We can't overlap them. So the first deduction is that these intersections are not stars. The next deduction is that 4 is the maximum number of stars we can put in 2 rows and 2 columns. And so the rows and columns, if they aren't those colors, they aren't a star. So I believe I have gotten rid of all of them. So let's clear this out now. So that was the deduction. Green is down to these 2. That does get rid of this one. Blue is down to these 2 now. That gets rid of this one. Red is down to just that one. Okay. Should have looked at that first. Okay. I remember taking mental note that red got limited, but I didn't realize it was down to just 1. Orange is one of these 2, so that gets rid of the rest of this column. Now we're down to here and here. These 3, these 3. Okay. What now? Oh, orange and green line up, these 2 rows. So these are out, and that gives us this, which means we're in one of these 2. That removes these, which means we're in one of these 2, which removes that, and now we're in this star. And then this row needs a star, and so does orange. It goes there. What next? Oh, gray's down to these 2, so that eliminates the 2 above. And so now in this row, it can only be an indigo. Then we get brown, then we get gray. Oh, I was like, what's going to resolve this? Purple, blue, orange, and we're done. I know I called both of those regions orange. I don't know. Oh, average time was 6:04. I made a suggestion to the devs, which they did bring to the team, which was separate the average time for people who took no hints and people who took hints, because I could totally see the average time being brought lower by people just, if it's a tough one, they just hit hint, right? And then that tells them about the X-wing, and then they're off to the races. So I don't know. I'm not saying that I have to be faster than average because I do explain quite a bit, but 6 minutes seems a bit low for the average. But so I'd like to know how much of that is because people are taking hints and how much of that is because people are fast. All right. Anyway, how'd you do?